What did I just watch? What did I actually just watch? This has to be the weirdest season of all time. Like honestly, the Raptors go from losing or from going 1-13 in the month of March to completely dismantling the Warriors, winning by 53. That has to be a franchise record for largest win. I don't know if it is, but the Raptors won by 53. At one point, they were up 55, bro. No, they were up 60 at one point. They were up 60 at one point in this game. It's insane, bro. Obviously, the Warriors, no Steph Curry, no Draymond, no Clay. Clay's been out this whole year. But still, beating this team by 53 it's impressive. And for all the people out there that want this team to tank, I guess this sucks for you. I'm kind of in that boat. I kind of want this team to tank and get a high draft pick. But, I mean, we can take a win every once in a while. That's fine. Yeah, the Raptors just... I mean, in the first quarter, the Raptors only won that first quarter by 1 point. So, after the first quarter, it was still a game. The Raptors kind of put this game away in the second. They won that second quarter 35-16, so they were up 20 at half. They won the third quarter 46-14. That's insane, bro. 46-14, and then they win the last quarter by 1. New jerseys. I thought when I saw these earned jerseys at first, I didn't like them at first. I thought they kind of looked kind of sus at first, but when they're actually out there playing and when you see them on the court, I think these jerseys look a little bit better. Obviously the black with the purple, the earned addition for making the playoffs last year. So the jerseys are kind of fire. I kind of like the jerseys. Boucher got the start tonight over Baines, which was great to see. He didn't do too much. Most of his points here were in garbage time, but 10 points, 6 boards, 2 assists, 4 steals, 2 blocks. I mean, I would rather start Boucher over Baines all the time, but Nick Nurse doesn't seem to like to do that. So yeah, solid game from Chris Boucher. Gary Trent had he dropped 24 and 5. But the craziest stat is that this dude was a plus 54. Gary Trent was a plus 54. That is the second highest plus minus in a single game in NBA history. Luke Mbah-a-Moute, I would not have expected him to have the highest one. I think they said he had a plus 47 or something like that. Obviously not like the most important stat in the world, but it's pretty cool that Gary Trent with the Toronto Raptors has the second highest plus minus of all time. It's pretty crazy. Pascal Siakam, he was great tonight. 36 points, 7 boards, 5 assists, just attacking the rim. This dude was going at whoever was guarding him, whether it was Jordan Poole. I mean, he had a lot of mismatches tonight. The Warriors don't really have that many solid defenders. I mean, Wiggins is a solid defender, but he was going at Toscano Anderson. He was going at Kelly Oubre, Jordan Poole, James Wiseman. Wiseman looked pretty rough out there tonight. He was turning the ball over, getting exposed on defense, couldn't finish layups. It was a rough night for Wiseman. Fred VanVleet actually left the game with what looked to be a hip injury. Hopefully that's nothing serious. The Raptors were up by a bunch when he left the game, so maybe they're just being extra precautious. I mean, it didn't look like anything too serious, but you never know with those types of injuries. They could be, and you just never really know. So hopefully Fred VanVleet's okay. Only played 18 minutes tonight. Didn't do much, but yeah, hopefully Fred's all good. Starting out in this game, Pascal was super aggressive, like I said. This dude was going at whoever was guarding him, getting to the paint or getting to the rim. I think he made 3 straight layups at once, which is something I don't really see Pascal do too often because he seems to miss a lot of layups. So shout out to Pascal. Gary Trent had 17 points in the first half. Pascal had 23 in the first half. And it was really that 20-1 run in the second quarter that kind of put this game away. It put the Raptors up 22. And that's kind of what just distanced themselves in this game. More than anything, even more than that 130 points that the Raptors put up, the most impressive part of this win to me is the defense. The defense in March was not good. It just, period, wasn't good, but it was elite tonight. 77 points for the Golden State Warriors. Now, yes, obviously they don't have Steph Curry, missing their MVP, their best player. And he draws a lot of attention. He's the greatest freaking three-point shooter in the world. And that just makes things a lot easier for everyone else around him. So obviously these numbers, they're going to be, it's not like the most impressive thing ever, but the Raptors hold the Warriors to 33% shooting, 32 from three. And the Raptors actually won the rebounding battle in today's game. That is also a huge stat. They win the rebounding battle 53-38. None of their bigs really went off. There wasn't a ton of offensive rebounds. Wiseman had 5 rebounds. Kelly Oubre had 7. So nobody really was cleaning up on the glass for them. I mean, the Raptors weren't missing a lot of shots either, so that's probably part of it too. But they just did a lot better job of boxing out, not allowing offensive rebounds. And yeah, so they won the rebound battle. That's great to see. Malachi Flynn actually got 30 minutes in this game, put up career highs, 16 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. We've seen his defense. His defense has actually been surprisingly good coming into the league. I thought when we drafted him that his defense wasn't going to be great straight coming into the league because he is a smaller guard. But he's got quick feet. He's a pretty smart defender. He's got quick hands. Really similar to Fred VanVleet in a way. Obviously, Fred is going to be kind of a mentor to Malachi Flynn. They both play the point guard spot. They're both short. And we've seen that relationship developing a little bit this season. But what was really impressive about Malachi Flynn tonight was his offensive game. He hit a 3 tonight, but he was getting in the paint a lot more often. And even if he wasn't taking shots and making shots, he was kicking it out to other people. 5 assists tonight, which is really impressive. 2 steals, so you see the defense there still. But he did shoot 7 for 12. He was making layups. He was hitting floaters, hitting tough shots. So shout out to Malachi Flynn. This is obviously his best game yet as a Raptor. He looked great tonight. So shout out to Malachi Flynn. DeAndre Bembry, he's missed a couple of games, but he came back, provided some energy. So that was nice to see from Bembry. 5 points, 4 boards, 2 assists. And Pascal on his birthday, man. Birthday Pascal is a different beast. He was great tonight. This is what I think we can see from Pascal more often. If he's just aggressive, he's such a different player when he decides to attack the rim first. And then you see later in the game, he hit 4 threes as well. When he's feeling himself, when he's making layups, his shot seems to go down way more often as opposed to when he just comes out shooting threes. So shout out to Pascal once again. Shout out to OG, 21 points, 3 boards, 2 assists. He's honestly, his offensive game is taking a step up. He's been an elite defender through his first couple years in the league, but these past couple games since he's come back from COVID, he has looked amazing offensively, getting to the rim, using his big frame and his strength to bully smaller defender. He was even bullying James Wiseman, who's not. He's a 7-footer. He's a big guy, but OG's just so strong that he can get to the paint really over anybody. Sometimes that gets him in trouble with charges and just putting his head down and putting his shoulder into people. But tonight he did a good job of patience. He even had a nice little pump fake on James Wiseman, got him in the air, finished the layup. So shout out to OG. His three-point shooting continues to evolve and get better. 2 for 4 tonight. And he plays elite defense as well. So there's not much more you can ask from OG. Dude was great tonight. And like I said, this is just a great defensive performance. That's the thing I'm really looking at, that as well as the rebounds. Obviously, rebounds is part of defense. But holding this team to 77 points, winning the rebounding battle by 15. Why am I burping? Just great to see. And the offense was flowing as well tonight. You see, when you play elite defense and you get stops, it's so much easier for your offense to function. Because it's just, you're getting out in the fast break. You're getting much easier shots. You're not getting discouraged on the other end. 50 points in the paint compared to the Warriors' 26. That's insane. The Raps had 8 blocks tonight, 24-0 in terms of fast break points. That is the most shocking stat here tonight. 24-0. The Warriors didn't have a single fast break point. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Andrew Wiggins was really the only one providing them with any sort of offense in the first half, but I believe he didn't score in the second half, so great job, especially by OG. He's the main matchup on Andrew Wiggins, on shutting him down in the second half, because he was the only one providing anything offensively in the first half. What else here? This felt really similar to the Denver game. Obviously, Denver's a better team, and obviously you're missing Steph. But in terms of just how dominant of a performance is what it was, in terms of the 3 balls flying and falling, it felt really similar to the Denver game. How many threes did the Raptors hit tonight? Let me check. 15 threes tonight, so they were moving the ball well. They were knocking down their open shots, everything that you want to see within the offense. So yeah, the offense was great, but especially the defense was elite. Any other points here? I'm just going to enjoy this win. Whether this means that this team goes on a little bit of a win streak, I don't know. It's just one game. You got to keep that in mind. And it's against a team without their best player and without Draymond as well. So it's one game, but it's definitely a feel-good game for the Toronto Raptors. I wrote down Smulagic here because the Matt Devlin was calling Alan Smailagic. That is how Smailagic, I'm pretty sure, is how you're supposed to pronounce it. Matt Devlin was saying what was he saying? Smulugic. Alan Smulugic. Do you see a U in there? And do you see, like, it's Smailagic? I don't know what Matt Devlin was doing. I don't know. I just decided to write that down because it's kind of funny. But yeah, other than that, Raptors played a great game. The Warriors couldn't get anything going at all. And I think this has to be a franchise record. Yeah, it is. Franchise record for margin of victory. 53. They were up by 60 at one point. Insane. That's going to do it for my thoughts. Hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, make sure to leave a like, make sure to subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.